What is up, guys? Welcome back to Conversation, episode number 46. Today we have the latest news of Andrew Tate. So today is going to be a Tate episode once again.
Y'all love these, so here we are.
So if y'all hate it, just go ahead and click off. Anyways, so yes, Andrew Tate has been released from house arrest after, 10 months of him going through the whole trial. I guess one of the judges in Romania pretty much dismissed the case, saying that there's not enough evidence to charge him with anything. And we're going to get into it. So we're going to start with one of, I guess, a reaction video of him receiving his new McLaren.
Oh yeah, yep. Got the new drop on the new.
Got the
McLaren.
new drop, that purple.
That purple. That purple demon. That hoe looks nice though. I mean, he's back outside, you know?
Yeah.
Back outside, boys.
Finally getting that vitamin D, you know?
For sure.
Get the sun.
I bet it feels nice though. Imagine having been
I wonder how
they still watching him though, for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're watching him real closely. I think you were telling me that he is released but not allowed to leave Romania, correct?
He can't leave the country just yet.
So what else are they waiting for? Like if he's no longer technically he's
the charges aren't completely
they're not
dropped.
Okay.
So he's still under investigation until I think October.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing from what I read online, they said October.
That's interesting though if you think about it, because how can you be
60-day period from
not arrest but still be under investigation? You
right?
know what I mean?
That doesn't make any sense. So I guess he's still kind of being detained in a way, right? Because it's like detained within the country. So he can move around in the country, but you literally can't cross the border outside of it because that's against.
I wonder for how long can they do that though?
That's what I'm saying. He has a 60-day period. I think he has to do that. So
Once
that's
again.
in October. Until then, he's still under investigation. I think maybe in October, then they'll drop the charges. Because I mean, let's be honest, bro. You've been investigating, and there's been so much evidence to come out against it being true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Proving that it's false.
Yeah.
What else is there to deliberate on?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like having an open book test and still failing. It's kind of like what else? You know what I mean? What else are we doing?
Except for he hasn't been failing. He's been at least his part. He's been
the
passing.
Opposition, people that want him down are failing, but it's here they are still trying to stick it to him. And they're still slandering him on the internet.
I feel like moving forward, he has to really, really he is under a microscope. He is under the biggest microscope you can ever have.
No,
so from moving on, if he gets released, he cannot move a single hair out of line, or they'll try to put him into prison again. I feel or something worse.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, cause he went off. He ain't go off, but he went off. He said,
I think he's gonna change.
Yeah, I pretty much told everybody that didn't defend me openly while I was locked down in jail. I'm gonna remember this. Don't think I don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause imagine before he got locked up, when he was super, I guess, popping, and everybody was just now discovering him.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wanted him on their podcast because he's good for views.
Yeah,
he's good for traffic. You know what I'm saying? He's a loudmouth that doesn't give a damn what he says, and he speaks well.
He brings
views.
Funny.
He brings views. He brings views. He literally
yeah.
drives traffic. A lot of it too.
Yeah.
And now since the whole allegations, people kind of severed ties with him. Silently.
Yeah.
And they also probably I'm pretty sure there's people that were shaking his hand and started bashing him afterwards. Without knowing both sides of the story.
Yeah. They were just going by hearsay,
Exactly.
he's a
they going
this,
by
he's
what
that,
everybody else thinks.
Oh, he must be right. It must be true,
After probably shaking his man's hand and having conversations with him off camera, off the record and shit, they're homies. But I mean that's people, so I wouldn't take that too personal. I'm sure he doesn't either, because he seems like a pretty smart guy. He knows how much.
Especially if people haven't really met him, just people that have especially us. One video that really got me was the what's it called? The Vice. That Vice
Vice?
You never seen the Vice video? The company's called The Vice, I think that's what it's called. Where they did the what do they call it? The War Room. Remember I told you to watch it?
Oh.
Where they pretty much
Vice.
made him Vice. My bad. What did I say?
The Vice. You said The Vice.
Yeah, Vice. That's what I said.
Vice.
The Vice video.
Yeah.
So Vice made that video, and it kind of had me. I'm not gonna lie. I can admit it. They had me to where they kind of pushed me to the gym where I thought man, maybe this guy is guilty. You know what I mean? Because that's how they made it seem.
Yeah, dude, they can
so
pin it anyway.
They got me. I'm not. I can admit that as a man. Hey, they got me. But as more I started more looking into it, it's like, man, I don't know. This seems a
Bro,
little
if you
fishy
dress it
from
up right, you
how
could
he talks.
propagate anything and make it look
Yeah,
your
yeah,
way. As
yeah,
long as you're the one like putting your own sauce on it. Just like prime example with the insurrection.
yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Well, they only
From
showed you
one, yeah,
clips.
from
Yeah,
one
yeah.
view, from one channel, one news channel, it looks like a riot. It looks like chaos and just
Right.
like
Yeah, yeah,
vandalism
yeah,
and
yeah.
violence.
Yeah.
And then from another news station perspective, it just looks like a tour. It looks like
Yeah, yeah.
people are just like,
Walking in.
yeah, everybody just outside,
Police officer open doors for
literally
you. Yeah.
calm, just
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
outside in the
Taking
White House.
pictures like if it was like a museum or something.
Literally. So it's like you can really dress it up and make it any way you want, depending on which side you're playing for.
Right.
And it just so happens that people like, and most people that are mad at him are liberals, right? Like
Yeah.
that hate him are liberals. Oh yeah, are liberals, and you can tell they're really good at what they do. Like they're really good at their marketing,
Oh
their
yeah, dude.
propaganda.
Yeah, yeah,
Like they really know how to make shit look the way they want it to,
yeah.
to
Yes.
look for the public.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's one thing I can give like Democrats. They're really good at like what they do. Like if they want like the public opinion, because they're usually like more like public driven. Like what I mean,
Yeah.
more I guess
Their marketing teams are really
social,
good.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their marketing team is they know how to market to the youth. They know how to market to like underprivileged. They know how to market to like people who like will
But
fuck shit up if things don't go their way. You know what I mean?
see, but I feel like they market and they try to keep you ignorant and like they try to market
They
to.
play on intelligence for sure.
I'm not saying that like all the people are like dumb or like stupid. The people that are like, but I feel like that's who they try to target. They try to make you dumb. Like they try to take your history away. That way you don't know what really happened in the past. That way it can happen again. Because if you know what happens in the past, like if you don't know that that's a mistake you're making, you're gonna make it again.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So then it's like I feel like that's what they want to do to keep us distracted and keep you like slave mind in a way. You know what I mean? Like keep everybody in a slave mind. Because then if they control the narrative, they control your mind, they control your actions, they control you.
That's true. Um, I guess, bro. Like every time, I kind of like
And it goes both ways. For like the same thing with like the other side, the media. You know, everybody. I think it's a fight. It's a fight for the mind.
that's what I was getting at. I'm like every time I think about this stuff, it's like it's kind of like the less. What do they say? What's that saying?
Which one?
The less of evils. When you gotta
Oh,
choose,
the
pick your
lesser of
poison.
evils.
The lesser of evils. It's like when I see like one side or I don't know left right sides. That's pretty much how people are divided,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's like they're both trying to do what they're trying to do to get you on their side.
yeah.
So it's not like one is just right and one is wrong, or one is like, well, I guess one is just better than the other because they both
Yeah.
have like
It's just they both have
ulterior
different
motives.
yeah, they both have different morals, right?
Yeah.
So one person morals is hey, on the left side it's like hey, be you, you do whatever you want. You can break law. It's like lawlessness. You can do whatever you want. There shouldn't be any rules.
What's up? Oh, you mean like?
Like you can go riot, you can go
Oh yeah,
steal $900 worth of stuff, and it's like, hey, don't
bro.
tell
In
the cops.
California,
I'm telling you, bro. Like
that
it's
shit crazy. That
like,
happens a lot.
yes, it happens a lot, and also like that's what I said the left, and most of these like
A
left leaning
lot.
states they do that, bro, and that's why most of these companies are leaving it.
Yeah,
Like even
bro,
small
Gucci
companies,
this
yeah.
past weekend.
Did you see it where they were rioting? They were
Yes.
just like
They
grabbing
took
bags, or
shitloads of
all
bro. They
kinds
stole
of luggages.
thousands,
Yeah,
bro. And you can't. And the security's just like
what can you do? Oh, and then that
just
video of
watching
that
him.
one guy, I don't know what was it, cigarettes or whatever, with the Indian thing, and
Oh
they
yeah,
beat him with
beat his
that
ass.
stick. Yeah, bro.
See, that's
That to
in,
me.
in foreign countries. That's what would happen to you
That
for real,
yeah.
for real.
See, and that's
That's
what's so
what
weird, bro.
really happened to
Because
you. They'll probably
that
kill you,
that
honestly.
video, yeah, no, for sure.
Like
Like
that's people's.
that video almost looked like it was the Middle East in a weird way
You know,
because like he
yeah,
was
they handled his
stealing,
ass.
bro. But over there, he would have got his hands cut off,
No, that's what I'm saying. He would have got.
and
He probably would have died.
and guaranteed, yeah, but he wouldn't be
Cause he
stealing.
pulled out a knife too. If you saw the video, he kept
Did
reaching
he?
in his back pocket and he had like a shank.
Oh, okay.
And then he kept on stuffing it back every time. Like he would like intimidate them with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like when they backed up, I guess when they saw it, he put it back. So he
Oh,
could
and
grab
that's
more
when
shit.
that guy grabbed him. Or
So
what?
then like I guess no. After he finished grabbing everything, he was trying to roll out, and then he was like, "Hell no, like you're not leaving with our shit."
Yeah.
Cause dude, that's tobacco. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
tobacco, bro.
Yeah, it was like cigarette products, right?
Bro,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
yeah.
That's all. He was taking all the tobacco products, and that generates all. If you know anything about like
Yeah.
corner stores, gas
Dude,
stations,
that's expensive, bro.
fuck
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Not that
Like,
I ever smoked or
I've
anything,
never
but I
smoked
just
cigarettes, but I
I
know how much
know.
they cost because I
Yeah.
bought them for like friends before.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've paid for cigarettes before, and I've kept my ear out when people are paying for it. I'm like, damn, a pack of cigarettes
Yeah,
is
yeah,
how
yeah.
much?
Yeah, yeah.
And plus, I've sold cigarettes before. Like I worked in a grocery store that was connected to a gas station,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had to work the
Oh,
gas
right,
station
right,
before,
right. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I
The
know. You know
register.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
sold
yeah.
that shit to people, and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn,
It's
people
expensive.
really spend
Yeah,
money on
yeah.
this shit. And dude, they handled his ass.
Bro,
He's lucky it's
see,
America though.
see, but yeah, and that's one thing. But I wonder is like, see the, I don't know, like I feel like that was some bad consequences. But like, I feel like he would want to come back with revenge and be like, okay, next time I'll come back with a weapon,
Oh,
like a
with a
proper
gun,
weapon.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's true. But I mean, they're not
They-
stupid either. A lot of these corner store guys, think about it, bro. They live on a corner in a neighborhood where it's predominantly like high crime.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
most cases, like liquor
yeah, yeah.
stores, when it's probably like late at night and people hanging out outside the store, and it's probably not safe for anybody to just walk up at any time. You know what I
But I
mean?
feel like
So they're not armed. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. But I feel like let's say that was happening, right? And the home, well, that's the home, the store owner or the store worker pulls out a weapon and like kills this person. It it like those the family of the victim are still gonna take the person to
Oh,
like court.
they're gonna try to make it. They're gonna try to spin it and make it be
And
like, oh, he
and
murdered
and
my.
exactly
Yeah.
and the thing is that they might
You
like
think they might
if you
win? They might have
they
a
could,
case.
yeah, they could.
Nah, ain't no case in that.
No, I'm telling you, bro. In those states, those states, they have. It's not like a 100%. Oh yeah, dude, he's cleared.
Was that in California when that happened?
I want to say, bro, it was in one of those states that they
This is
could
the type of
just.
shit that turned me off to California. Like I really love
That
it
won't
because it
happen
looks
in
beautiful.
Texas, bro.
Nah, hell no. You would have got fucked up, bro.
All kinds of
Easily.
stuff.
Easily.
And that one
Like,
guy
you
that
don't
was
make it
shooting the
behind the
video.
corner in Texas, honestly.
Nah, and
Not that easy, at least.
nah, not that easy. The it's like that one guy that tried to shoot up that church, and all these, every like half the congregation was
In a
carrying,
mosque.
bro. That was funny.
You seen that in the mosque?
Uh-uh.
There's something like that happened. I think this past weekend too.
Really?
It's like, bro, some weirdo like came in. He broke into a masjid. Like they were having like night prayer. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one, but they were having prayer, and he came in with like a gas mask, a backpack. I don't know what the hell he had in his backpack, and he had like some bear spray, and he started
Okay.
spraying like obviously their backs are turned toward the qibla, and
The what?
the qibla,
What's that?
like the direction of.
Oh,
of
the
Mecca.
like
Yeah.
okay, the Mecca.
Yeah. So he has some bear spray and he's spraying this shit, and then I guess he pulls like something else out. He's trying to like beat them or something, but then like somebody turned around, and then they all like just ganged up on him and like beat his ass and carried him out. It's crazy though. Like people do that.
Where's that happen? Here in Texas or?
I want to say somewhere on the East Coast, I believe.
Okay. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, like I know I've always noticed something though. Like that's why when Tate says what he says about, because I seen him in Candace Owens
Uh-huh.
when she was saying how she feels bad about him like having converting out of
Oh, out of
Christianity.
Christianity too.
And she was like, I wish you had a good example of Christianity.
Yeah.
You know, then you probably wouldn't have like left it. And I can understand.
But that's his point, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
exact. I was getting at that. I'm like, bro, like it's so crazy how like you never as crazy and as much of a terrorist that we are as Muslims in the public eye, right?
Yeah.
No matter, I don't give a damn what color Muslim you are, where you from, what you look like, what type of culture you practice or anything. As long as you're a Muslim, for the
considered a
generally
terrorist.
you're a fucking terrorist, right?
Yeah.
So as much as we are that in the public eye, you never, not one time have you ever heard of like Muslims going to like somebody church, somebody temple,
Yeah, most of the time,
somebody's
like,
anything.
The terrorists do it. They will do it like in the like.
Or just do a public fucking
spaces.
spaces,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like a
the
place where like a
malls
mall or
something. Yeah,
supermarket. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not condoning it, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
like that's where that shit happens.
Yeah,
You
they
don't
have
go-
they have some sort of respect
Yeah,
for other people.
you never hear about Muslims going in like and destroying anybody else's like worshiping spaces, but we're always
Yeah.
getting fucked with. Have you noticed that? People always
I think so. Yeah.
going to mosque, even overseas. You see it in like I think it was Israel. They're going into like Masjid al Haram, like one of the most holiest mosques, you know, in history, and they're like bombing shit, tear gassing, like beating kids, like just beating anybody inside. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like that's not one of them. It's crazy. It's like we're always getting fucked with, but it's like the way Tate says is like, bro, you don't see this type of lawlessness in Muslim societies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's only like societies where like people are
What
supposed
was
to respect
funny
their faith and they don't.
is that, like, do you think his brother is going to
Oh yeah,
turn to
because
him?
he's not. I think he
He's
will.
still
He's still
Christian
a
at the
Christian.
moment.
Yeah.
But I wonder if he'll change into a Muslim, like, as he.
The influence is there. I
Well, yeah,
mean,
because his brother,
almost
you know.
everybody around in his camp,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
even his
And they've shown him a
advisor.
lot of support too. Like, I wonder how
Yeah.
much support Tristan has had from the Christian community, because then that would really, like, spotlight on the difference between.
And this isn't to say that Christianity is bad, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Christianity
yeah.
and like Islam are like
They're
literally
pretty
brother and
close.
sister.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's just like the
To me, I
way
almost feel like it's the
damn near the
same. It's the
same.
same, just different
Bro,
names.
you literally, bro, if you show somebody like a devout Christian and you show a devout Muslim, bro, they're living the same damn life, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
They're living the same life. They're just as righteous, just as honest, just as good people.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And I've seen them, like, but they're usually always older people because
yeah,
older
yeah, yeah.
people,
That more
they're tapped
respect.
in,
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
know spirituality is like everything. Um, so I don't know, bro. Maybe if he has a good example, I mean, but
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder, because Andrew, he publicly says that he got a lot of support from the Muslim community. You know, like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
we
for sure.
apologize for what's happening to you. Like, they sent him Qurans. They sent him, like, stuff to read. You know,
Hmm.
I wonder if Tristan got the same
Oh,
support
from
from the
the Christian community,
Christian community. And were they sending him Bibles? Were they sending him, like, hey, man, stay strong? Like,
scriptures and
God,
stuff.
yeah, Jesus is with you, or Jesus loves you, or
Mm,
anything like that. Like, because he hasn't really said anything about it.
I was
Not that
gonna
I've
say,
seen, at
Tristan's
least,
not as vocal, like publicly vocal about.
his faith, or.
No, no, not even just his faith. Like he's not. I was like, he's even said it too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he's more in the
yeah,
background.
he's more in the back. He's kind of
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
background character.
yeah,
Tate
yeah.
is, I mean,
The
Andrew. See, we
face.
say Tate, but they're both Tates,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the
But
face.
like when we say Tate, we thinking Andrew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true.
you know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like the face of their brand.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like when you think Tate, you're not thinking
Because
Tristan.
even Tristan's a fighter, and we, like, nobody
Exactly.
really knows that.
He's kind of like a runner up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to bro.
He's like
But
no. He even says that he's not as good as Andrew. You know,
I mean, the thing is,
he knows his strengths and weaknesses.
exactly. I was gonna say
Yeah.
like any man that has like real, I guess, self honesty
And confidence.
or
You
confidence.
know what your
Yeah,
strengths
you
are.
know what exactly.
Yeah.
You know what you're good at. You're secure enough with yourself to know what you are good at and what
Yeah,
you know
you can
still need to
say
work
where your
on.
flaws are. You can be
Yeah,
like, if you're secure, and like you said, any man, real man, will say, like, no, this is not where I'm strong. That's why I have this business partner that covers that.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
And
Or
the
I'm
first
looking for
step,
that person that will cover my weaknesses. And then
exactly.
that way we're together, we're strong, and I will cover his weaknesses.
And everything works
Yeah,
out in the end. So I feel like that's their kind of relationship because
yeah.
he's not really vocal about like a lot of things. He don't be on camera too much. Yeah, you might hear him like in a bunch of other
I think he's
videos.
starting to get
And I was
more
gonna say
into
now
it
because
now.
they're growing. They're more
Yeah, yeah,
famous,
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure like more people want to hear him. They
Yeah.
don't want to just hear his brother. And I mean he's pretty interesting too. You know what I mean?
You know, I just had a thought.
They're kind
Like,
of one and the same.
because I don't know if you know, today, this is probably gonna come out a little later. So today, the Diaz and Logan. No, not Logan. Jake Paul.
Oh, Nate Diaz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nate Diaz.
that's that
So
fight.
yeah, today.
Ooh.
But I think there's a fascination with, like, strong brothers, like this, because I would say
Isn't
they're not
Diaz a
the
brother?
same. Yeah,
He has
yeah,
a brother,
yeah.
right?
He has a brother. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just, like, starting to, like, just as we're talking, I was like, man, there's a lot of brothers that are on the internet that people love to watch, and it's like, I wonder why. What's the fascination of, like,
It's really cool to see a dope brother, like a
seeing.
real
Yeah,
brotherhood,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Because, well, I think that's what I think most men want. Like, especially, like, I
Bro,
never had a brother, right? Like, I have a little sister, but I didn't have a brother. And I feel like that's why one of the reasons why, like, for example, gangs, or even, like, when you go into the military, right? They call it a brotherhood. Like, when you go in the military, you're with your brothers and sisters.
yeah, of
Like, you're
course.
there to protect your brother,
Hmm.
brothers in arms, right? So even in the police force, anything, I feel like we're all trying to find a community to fit in, And that's what a brother is, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is your community.
Like
He
a
is
clique.
your yeah, like
Yeah,
a clique
my
that,
gang member.
like, it doesn't matter what you do, what you know that he'll always have your back.
For sure, for sure.
It doesn't matter if you're wrong. It doesn't matter if you're fucking up. Like, he's there to tell you, hey, you're fucking up.
I
And
think,
he's the only one that could tell you, and you'll be like, oh fuck, you're right.
to be honest, that shit is so important. Like to have a really good brotherhood and like
Yeah.
a bond with somebody. Cause me and my homie,
I
we were
think
at
that's
the
what
gym.
men needs though.
No, dead ass. Because like this shit, it push. I didn't even tell him this. Like I just like took a mental note and I turned up next time I showed up to the gym. I was in the gym with my homie like last weekend or something.
Yeah.
And then we were going through like a circuit. Like you know what a circuit workout is,
Yeah,
like
like a set.
yeah, like a set, like a full of different like a series of workouts.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll go through a circuit, but it's like a high intensity circuit.
Like a
It's hard as
superset?
fuck, like a superset, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. And every time I go to the gym, I automatically, it's how I don't know, because I'm a soccer player, and I feel like this helps with endurance training.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I get on a Stairmaster first for like
Okay.
30 minutes, between 20 and 30 minutes.
That's
And I'm
gets your
always
legs,
on like
bro.
level 10.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro,
yeah.
like level, so like, you might see the Stairmaster and be like, what the fuck, this machine's
Nah,
super
that shit-
simple,
that
but
shit
that'll make a
sucks.
man out of you,
Well,
bro.
yeah, it's like doing stadiums. I don't know in soccer if you ever had to do stadiums, but
That's when you need to run up the bleachers and back.
Mhm.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, that shit hurts.
that shit sucks.
After it sucks bad. After
Yeah.
a while, like, you might think, okay, the first few minutes,
Yeah.
like, whatever, and then like, dude,
Imagine
don't
doing that
stop.
after a game because you lost.
oh, as punishment.
Yeah, as
Dude, we
punishment,
had to do
bro.
punishment before it, bro, because we
Like
were trying
right
to
after the game, bro. And it's an out of town game.
Oh damn.
So getting home
And
like
get
at
back on the
freaking
bus,
late,
so you can do this
bro,
fucking
and
workout.
fucking they turn on the stadium lights and okay, you got
coach
doing
doesn't fuck with
stadiums,
you.
bro.
So we got punished,
Our
but we
stadium was big.
we got home before we got any like type of
hell no.
punishment like that. We
Well,
didn't
see,
do
our
that shit
coach
like that.
was a ex Marine,
Oh, that's why.
so
That's why you got
yeah.
that type of treatment.
So next time, if you want to lose, you better think twice.
Damn. But I mean, that's good though.
yeah, yeah.
My point in saying that, just the same prime example, we're in a gym and I was like, but because I say that to say I got on the Stairmaster because I was worn out after I got on there. And then we started the circuit and I'm taking breaks. I'm like, fuck, bro, like let me catch up.
Yeah.
Because he just gets straight into doing circuits. And
Oh,
I'm
because
already
he didn't do the Stairmaster.
no,
He's
he doesn't.
fresh.
He hates the Stairmaster.
Yeah,
he
he's
doesn't
fresh.
do the Stairmaster. He
Oh.
thinks the Stairmaster's like feminine for whatever. I'm like, bro, whatever.
But I tell him to do it. And
That's what I'm like, bro. You say you talk all this shit about it, but you ain't
Yeah.
been on that shit.
Yeah,
It'll make
yeah.
a man out of you. I swear to
Yeah.
God. It'll
Oh,
humble
facts.
the hardest guy. I
Yeah,
promise
yeah.
you. Anyways, and then he was like, bro, you need to push yourself. You don't push yourself hard enough. You need to be hard on yourself. He
Like,
said that shit to me.
Get on that Stairmaster, bitch.
He
And
said
they get
that
on
to
my
me.
level.
And I was like, I took a mental note. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, you're right. I was like, let me stop being a bitch.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
put my big boy pants on, and then I finished the fucking the circuit. I'm like,
Yeah,
bet. All right, bet. And then the next time I went in the gym, bro, like he wasn't even there with me because he had traveled.
Yeah.
And he just came back like I think on Tuesday or Monday. Bro, like I killed myself in that gym, bro.
Yeah.
Like for the next 2 days, I was just like I went in there without him, and I just like killed myself.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah, you think I'm fucking taking it too light? I'm gonna show you taking it light. I just went in there
And
and,
then when
killed
he
it.
comes back, he's like, come on, don't be a
Bro,
bitch.
yeah,
Don't
like
be a bitch.
I told
Come
him, I
on,
was
let's
like,
go.
let's go to the gym. Let's go to the gym. So we went last night. We finally went
Yeah,
to the gym. I killed myself again. But it's like you need somebody to hold you accountable.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you might be taking it a little too easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You thinking like, because after you work out, bro. Like after a while, you start getting used to working out. It becomes a habit.
yeah.
And certain workouts that were hard become easy. And you're like, fuck, I'm
Yeah.
eating this shit. But it's like, okay, now you need to add more,
Well,
something else to it.
Yeah, the thing about the tonal, it doesn't let you do that because every time if it gets too easy, it bumps up the weight.
See, so you can never get
Automatically.
comfortable.
It sucks. Yeah.
It makes you work
It's
for
like-
it. It holds
it-
you accountable.
It's a definitely mind discipline. It fucks with your mind because while you're doing it, right, you're like,
I want to quit.
why the fuck am I? Yeah, you won't quit.
I
and you're
literally
like,
be to myself like, dude, get the fuck off this thing. It
what
hurts.
sucks is like, yeah, it hurts bad, and then you have 5 sets, right, or 4 sets, and let's say a 15. The first time you do it, you're like, man, it's nothing, because you're
Oh yeah,
dude by the third set, and you still know you got 2, and you're like halfway done that set, and your shit's trembling, bro, and you're like,
yeah.
why the fuck am I doing this? Like for who or for what?
Literally.
But I think it's teaching you that mind discipline that just because things are hard doesn't mean you quit.
Literally, bro.
You know what I mean?
And I learned that the most. I kid you not, on the Stairmaster. When I'm at level 10, bro.
I hate legs, bro.
Or like,
I hate doing
your
legs.
legs are the worst,
Yeah, I
bro.
fucking hate.
But like, it's so hard
Yeah, it
because
sucks.
after you do the legs, you gotta stand up on these same legs
Yeah.
and walk. You know what I mean?
I think that's why we hate it as I mean, I may be just speaking for myself, but I feel like most men hate leg days.
Bro, yeah.
Most men. I'm not saying all men. Like I said, I could just be speaking for myself.
I love how it feels after
But
when I get the gains, but
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
during that shit, hell
But
no.
bro, it freaking sucks, and is that for that same reason? Especially if you drive a standard car,
Ooh.
bro. You leaving that, and then you gotta push in that clutch, and if you got a stage 3 clutch, stage
Shout
2,
out to my paddle shifters.
boy, ooh, hell no, bro. It freaking sucks.
I do miss driving stick, but I haven't driven
Yeah,
stick in a minute. But bro, that's the worst. After
yeah,
like
bro.
doing the gym and then getting in traffic with that shit,
Yeah,
leg day all over again.
yeah.
Fucking goodness.
But it's part of the grind.
It is part of the grind, but it make you fall in love with it though,
Yeah,
and I love it. That's why I love working out because like I'll cry about it. I'll like, and honestly,
you feel good after.
You feel great after. Not even you
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
great, bro. Like good is not even good. You know,
Yeah.
it's not good enough. You feel great.
I
Like
want it, like.
chest be up in the air, nigga nose be up in the air. I'm looking down on niggas like, you know what I'm saying? I feel
What'd
good.
you do today?
Yeah, like what did you do? Did you go to the gym today, bro?
Yeah.
Like you just feel good. You feel more like you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It makes you feel more alive.
It sounds weird, but it makes you feel more of a man, right?
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
you feel more like of a man. You feel like okay, like I belong here. Like
I don't know. It might
people gotta
sound. It
watch
might
out
sound
for me.
weird. It might sound weird, but that's.
Well, if you know, you know. If you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, it's one of those
Yeah.
things. If you know, you know. Because if you work
Yeah.
out, you know that feeling. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it does something
It
to your
brings pride
spirit.
to you. I feel.
Literally,
It brings
naturally,
pride
like a
and
natural
confidence.
glow.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I feel like sometimes people might notice it, like the way you carry yourself when
Yeah,
you're in
yeah, yeah.
public.
Yeah.
You know,
It
when
does
you
make
carry
a difference, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got a
really-
confident stride in your walk. You're not like kind of.
But I feel like what Joe Rogan talks about is that, like, for example, the reason why he does jujitsu, he does works out, and a lot of these like bodybuilders, they talk about this, that whenever they go into they're working out, or they're doing jujitsu and they're doing something stupid freaking hard, right? Like, so you just got your ass beat by this freaking dude, right? And then something happens in your life and you're like, man, that's nothing. Like it like almost brings perspective to your life. Like, oh man, like, oh fuck, I just got into a car accident. It's like, well, I could be in a worse position. I could have got like your car got messed up, right? You
Could
got
be
to go,
injured,
but
yeah.
yeah, you could be dead. You could have broken limbs. You come out, you're like, you're fine. You're more of a grateful. Like, it gives you more of that
Appreciation.
appreciation, and
Yeah.
that mental fortitude of being like, man, it's just like, this is nothing.
It's just
Like,
another
it's just
bump
a
in
car.
the road.
Yeah, it's just another bump in the road. Like, I was just getting my ass beat by this fucking dude, sweating, thinking, why the fuck am I here? Now it's just, oh, it's a car accident. Like,
I feel like
it'll get fixed.
when I start getting, because I want to eventually get into combat training, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like eventually when I get into that, that's when I'm gonna really like be able to tap into that like mindset. You know what I'm saying?
It changes you,
I know
man.
that shit. Like I've like sparred around like in a gym before. Like
I
some
think
play
it humbles you.
on some wrestling shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, you get like somebody pin you in a position. That
Yeah.
shit like what the fuck? Like there ain't no way
you
out of
can't get
this.
out.
Like
Yeah.
damn.
You gotta tap.
You locked.
Yeah.
And that kind of like humbles you, bro. Like
Yeah, it
tapping out
does.
is like fuck.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people I feel like would rather like KO than tap out on some like
Yeah. Some
their
people
ego,
do.
bro. They
Their
don't
ego,
shatter
yeah,
your
yeah,
ego, bro. Like
yeah.
especially if you're like a shit talker. Oh man.
Yeah.
And you end up begging for mercy.
Yeah.
That'll
Like
humble you
like
so
the
fast.
like for example, the Khabib and McGregor fight.
Did
Where he was
McGregor?
talking,
Yeah.
where he was talking all that shit, bro. He was
running
talking
his
mad shit. He was
mouth,
talking,
man.
and then McGregor is like, not McGregor, Khabib, right? Like in the weigh-in.
He was quiet though.
I'ma bust your boy. I'ma bust your boy. And then when they get in the ring, he's whooping that ass, boy. He's like, well, let's talk now. He's just whooping that ass. Let's talk now.
Yeah, nah, that nigga's strong as fuck. That guy's strong.
Bro.
But I think it's like Russians is something in their blood, bro. Like they're just
Yeah,
a
bro.
strong
They're built
breed
different.
of people. Yeah.
They're built different.
And I feel like they're meant like they're strong, like
But
strength.
see, the crazy is there's a lot of different, like when you think of a Russian, right? It's not it's not what you think. Like Khabib is technically, what is he like? He's like the country is so big that some Russians look Asian, some Russians look German, some Russians look
It
like
looks
it's
more
such
like,
a diverse
yeah.
type of people. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right.
Because some of them even look like Middle Eastern.
I was gonna say he looks a little Middle Eastern
Yeah,
too.
but technically he's like part of Russia or like
Yeah.
some kind of Russian. You know what I mean?
And
there's a lot of
some
different-
shit like that. Some around that area, that
Yeah, yeah.
big old. They have a lot of land though. That's a huge,
Yeah, but it's so big.
huge land.
Yeah,
I think it's one of like isn't that like the biggest country? One of them,
I don't know. I
something
don't
like
want to be
that.
lying.
But it's
I
huge
want to say
though.
yeah, it's
It's
huge. Yeah,
really really
yeah,
big.
yeah.
But I mean, most of it is what ice,
Yeah, it's a
like ice
tundra.
desert, a
Yeah,
tundra. So
yeah.
it's kind of like useless. But
That's why they like Ukraine. Ukraine has a lot of farming benefits that will go to it, and
mm,
it has a lot of tactical benefits that they'll have. Like I think a lot of wheat comes out of there, which would make bread, makes food, all kinds of food.
true,
So,
cereal, all that good stuff.
but yeah, well, dude, like it's. I feel like you were just saying about Andrew Tate was like when he went into jail, he came out bigger, and it's
Yeah,
it's that I
like
think
he kept his
it's
figure. He looks good still. Like he
yeah
don't look
yeah.
like he did any time.
Nah, if anything, both Tristan and him got bigger,
Yeah,
and it's and because you were saying some people go into prison and they get depressed and they
they
get
get fat,
fat, they get
literally.
or get whatever. But I think it comes from that discipline that they instilled in themselves. Like, hey, I don't feel like doing this, but it's not about what I feel like. It's what I have to do. It's my duty to do it.
Yes,
You know what I
yes,
mean? And I think that's one of the things that's really hard to sell. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have motivation. It's not about motivation. It's about discipline.
exactly.
You know
Joe
what I
Rogan
mean?
said
No, no,
this.
yeah. It's like who nobody has this or nobody has motivation, bro. You
Not
think
every day.
everybody wants to wake up and fucking go suffer every day?
I ain't gonna lie,
You know what I
bro.
mean? Go
I'm still
destroy
working
your
on that.
body because that's what you're doing. You're destroying your body.
Literally,
Yeah, yeah.
every morning I have. You can check my phone, bro. Like I have an alarm set for like 5:30 in the morning to
Oh,
like
that's
wake
fucking
up and
tough.
pray. But it's
Yeah,
like I don't make it every fucking morning. I'm not
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
lie. It's very hard,
yeah, yeah,
especially because like I probably sleep late as shit
yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
So
yeah.
by the time I wake up at 5:30 or
So you
6,
gotta have that
it's like
discipline to go to
3
sleep
a.m.
early.
Yeah, and I'm like I gotta have the discipline to go to sleep early. So I gotta make up for the early mornings for those late nights and have like earlier nights. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
call it quits at maybe like 9.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Do you think it would be
that's not normal. It
different?
doesn't feel normal
No.
to me though.
Do you think you would have more of a better, not better life, but like better,
A more
more
productive day
discipline if, let's say, you lived out in the country, like out in the forest, right?
where I had to
Or
like
like you're in a cabin, and then you wake up and there's no distractions from like social media.
no
It's just
internet,
you,
just me.
nature, and you go to sleep and you wake up and then you see the sunrise. Because they say that there's a lot of benefits from seeing sunrise and being outside at the first 30 minutes of daylight.
I think it's when the air is like the freshest. Like you get
It
that fresh
feels it
air,
feels different, bro. Cause
that
I
cool.
remember when I used to work in the oil field, bro, and I would have to get up at like 3 in the morning to go out and go take some stuff and
Damn.
go deliver.
Work
Some
started at 3 a.m.
sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes like you had to go out to a location
Mm-hmm.
like bitch ass early to be there right when the. So I used to work for a company called Flow Zone, and they what they would do is they would deliver parts to, like, for example, facilities, like everything they need for a facility that we provided. So we would take like truckloads or trailer loads of like pipe or just pretty much anything oil field that
Mm-hmm.
they needed.
Just materials for them.
Yeah, materials for them to be able to work.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we had to get there before they get there. You know what I mean?
Of course.
To have so they can be productive throughout the day. So then we would get there, and you just stand outside, especially during cold months. You just
Mm.
stand outside and you just breathing in the air, and you seeing the sunrise, and it's like it almost looks like mystical, or not mystical, but it's just like refreshing. Like even though you're tired, even
Yeah.
though it's just like it's a different type of energy.
I feel like it's the same feeling people get when they watch the sunset at night.
Yeah, it's
You
a
know
little
what I mean?
different though, cause you've already been like up for so long, but it's something similar. It's
Mm.
similar to it.
I do notice this that though, like when I do wake up in the morning early, let's say like I wake up at like 6, and then like I just start my day. I pray, brush my teeth, wash my face, do all that stuff, and then 'cause I always every morning I start my morning off with like produce,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
vegetables and
vegetables and stuff.
fruit
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff like that. I feel like that just really helps like kind of like balance my gut out, throughout the day, so I'm not like feeling groggy
yeah.
and all nasty. Cause like people would typically like wake up in the morning, fry some eggs and bacon, so it's grease. And then for lunch they'll probably have a burger and like or some pizza, whatever grease. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then more just like throughout the day just eating a whole bunch of like heavy shit,
Yeah, yeah,
making you
yeah,
feel like
yeah, yeah,
lethargic and all like
yeah.
just groggy. So
Lazy, pretty
yeah,
much.
lazy as
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
and you don't feel very productive,
yeah.
or you feel like you don't want to do nothing, and you feel like everything that you do is like you're dragging, you're forcing yourself to do it. And I hate like feeling like I'm being forced to like do something, because then I'm
Yeah,
not gonna like really
yeah, yeah.
give it my all, or whatever. But I do notice that when I wake up and like get productive throughout the day, like I have more hours in the day. Because
Yeah.
by it's like most times when people what's the average time people wake up? Let's
I'll
say
say 9.
8, 9.
Yeah.
Some people, if they're like, a little, more, I guess, free with time, they probably wake up at what,
10.
10, ten
Yeah.
thirty. You know what I'm saying?
11.
By the time you wake up at, let's just say like 10:30, 11, brush your teeth, probably take a
It's 12.
shower.
12.
At 12, 1 o'clock, let's be honest, 1
Yeah,
o'clock,
yeah.
because time flies.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you go do whatever you probably have to do in that day,
It's already
like
5.
5.
Yeah.
So then it's like, damn, the sun is setting on by the time I get back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I
yeah.
feel like I didn't even get to do anything today. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I always like to wake up like a little earlier, because I feel like I get to make the most out of my day.
Yeah.
That's what I haven't noticed though. Like that's the only thing I can feel like I look forward to when I wake up early, and then I never regret waking up early. Like it sucks. Like you said, it's kind of like working out.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
sucks. The thought of doing it sucks so bad. Actually doing it sucks, but then after you do that shit,
yeah. It feels good.
you're so glad that you did it. Yeah, it feels good. Cause like waking up sucks, but then after I've been up for a while, I'll be like accomplish more,
I
and then for some
wonder
reason I just feel more energy.
I wonder if so like it's really interesting because everything that like for example everything that sucks has really good benefits. Like for example
Even
ice baths.
nasty
Ice
food,
baths, yeah, nasty food. Like healthy food is usually not that good.
and it's great
Uh,
for your body.
but like ice baths or like saunas, like things that make you uncomfortable are actually
Are
really good for
really
your
good for you.
body. You
And
know what
things
I
that
mean?
make you, or that are easy to do, that are comfortable,
Then they're bad for
they're
you.
bad for you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like when you go
Everything
to
is
the
counterintuitive, right? Like if you really
it's
think about it.
backwards, bro. You go to the organic supermarket like Sprouts or
Yeah.
Whole Foods, and everything's expensive
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because it's healthy and
Yeah.
it's good for you. And then you go to like, I don't know, Walmart or Food Town, and all
Or
the
freaking Burger
candy and
King
chips and
or
Burger King, all that shit's
McDonald's. Yeah.
like cheap. And it's
Yeah.
like get $5, $4. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like cheap as
Yeah,
fuck. So it kind of puts things into perspective. But a lot of people, most people won't think about this
well,
shit
like
like
even
this.
cold showers, bro. You don't even have to do cold bath, just a cold shower. Like how many
Those are
people?
good for
How
you.
many people? I know. Like they
It's good for your
stop
blood flow.
insulation. They increase blood flow. That's why they say that ice baths are really good for your joints because like they are in your blood flow because you're creating like inflammation. Like a lot of the problems that we have is
Inflammation. That's good.
inflammation problems.
Dr. Sebi said this, if you know who that is.
So yeah, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of the problems that humans have is inflammation, like arthritis. What is it? Inflammation in the joints. So if
Mm-hmm.
you start taking like ice baths, they'll help with a lot of the stuff.
You
Not
take
saying they'll
ice
cure
baths?
it. I do. I
You
try
do?
to. Hmm.
That shit hard. I ain't gonna lie. I
Nah,
remember I
bro.
tried to do that ALS
It's
challenge.
all in your mind, bro. Like the hardest part
It's getting
is
in.
getting in, but once you're in, your body gets acclimated to it.
I don't know, cause
I know. I'm
I've
telling
taken
you.
coach. It was a point in time like I was
I take cold showers every day.
really
Mm.
no ever hot showers.
So I start with hot, and then by the end, I'm cold.
Okay, I was gonna
Straight
say
cold.
that. I do that. Like I
Yeah,
start
yeah.
off like not hot, but like warm.
Like
Because
warm.
sometimes that should
Yeah,
be
yeah.
scorching hot, like
Yeah,
hot,
no,
hot.
it's just warm, and then by the end of it, it's always cold,
Cold.
like straight
Okay,
cold.
yeah. Straight. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I do too.
So whereas like
I tried to do like cold starting, but it's hard because like when that water
it
hits you.
depends. It depends. If I do it
Shit.
right after I work out, then it feels great.
Oh no,
Cause my
you're
body is so
you're hot
hot.
as hell, yeah.
Yeah, but like when it's like cold outside, and then I
Or you
take
wake up in the morning, and the first thing you do is a cold shower.
yeah, boy, you wake up real quick.
You wake up quick,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like I always wash my face with cold water,
Yeah.
cause that's good. It's just good for like, it's just good for your skin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I like starting with the warm just because it opens your pores, you clean them out, and then after you
Close them back
close
up.
them back up. Yeah,
He's like, open it up, clean it out.
that's
and then
right.
clean it- That's funny.
I mean,
the
that's just
first
my
time I've
theory.
ever-
I don't know.
That's the first time I've ever
I
heard
could be
anybody
wrong.
like describe their pores like that. I open up my pores, I
Yeah,
clean them out, and then I close them back up.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Nah, that's funny though. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think I could take like ice sitting baths.
No?
Like people sit in a bucket full of
Yeah,
ice.
yeah.
I want to try. I'm not saying I don't. I did just say I don't think I can. But see, that's my mind.
It's exactly that's
Yeah,
what I said.
I'm
It's on
scared.
your mind, bro. Exactly. Everything.
It looks
I
uncomfortable.
think Will Smith says everything you ever want is on the other side of your fears.
Yeah, true.
Everything you've ever desired and wanted are on the other side of something that's gonna make you uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like nobody gets rich, nobody gets fit, nobody gets, anything that they want by staying comfortable. Like staying on a couch, staying on like, oh, I want to have a six pack, but I'm comfortable here on this lovely couch. Oh, come on, God,
He's
give me a
dreaming about it.
six
So
pack.
yeah,
Nah, bro, it's on the other side of that pain. On
that's
the other
true.
side of like, fuck, man, I gotta get up and do crunches. I gotta go do sit ups. I gotta go do a pull ups. Gotta do whatever. Go run. You know what I mean?
Maybe is that you think maybe that's why a lot of people like have the hate that they hate. I mean,
What
have
do you mean?
the hate that they have for Andrew Tate, because
Yeah,
like he's been through like
that's why a
a
lot of people
lot
hate.
of the trials and tribulations that it
Hmm.
takes to be the type of man he is, and then now they're like, kind of like be humble. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because like now when he's flexing and living the lavish lifestyle he's living, and he's
Hmm.
like putting it in their face, it's like they hate to see it.
Yeah, because it's a mirror. So if you have a so I'm gonna give it to you like this, right? If you have everybody has an idea of what they are and who they are, right? It doesn't mean that's who you really are until you go in front of a mirror and then you look at yourself. And if you're happy with what you see, hey man, more power to you. Awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you look in the mirror and you hate the person that's getting reflected back, that puts something in you like disgust. Then it's like, well, I gotta go to work, and most people don't want to do that work.
Hmm.
So what Andrew does, he is the mirror. He's like, oh, you're bitching about you're depressed, you're bitching about you got no money, you're bitching about, okay, go do work, go work out. You got no girlfriend, you can't get girls, okay, go work out, improve on your game, improve on whatever it is, go improve. But the problem is that most people are like, man, it's easy for you, it's easy for you to do it. Everything, it's easy. It's it's easy once you have it and you can maintain. But the problem is the journey to get there is the hardest part, which most people don't want to get there. Don't
Yeah.
want to do that. They don't see that once you get to that, once you cross that line, it's so much easier. It's like, for example, once you make it and you're wealthy, it's so much easier to stay wealthy because then you're connected to the right people. You're connected to the right. You have the money to invest. Opportunities come. A lot of the times, a lot of people the viewers may be like, man, I know an opportunity right now popped up into my lap, but I don't have $1,000. I don't have $5,000 to be
Hmm.
able to do that. I don't have $10,000
Hmm.
to be able to invest in this opportunity that I know is gonna make me even more money.
Hmm.
So then they have a friend or they have somebody that can do it and they do it and they start to become haters. Like, man, I wish I was like, why does he get to have it? Why does he get to invest? Why is he the only one being able to do it?
Hmm.
And it's because you don't everybody is like an iceberg. Everybody sees the top, but you don't see all the hard work that he had to do to become
True.
that. You know what I mean? Like
True.
there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't see that once somebody has made it, they haven't made it because it wasn't because of luck. A lot of people are like, "Oh man, he's an overnight success."
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't like that shit.
And it's like, bro, he did thousands of videos before he was even
I
famous,
was gonna
before he
say,
was
even though
anybody.
people blow up fast, because it might seem like sometimes I've seen a lot of. I've had that same feeling where I was like, damn, I feel like this guy was like nobody yesterday, and today like he's everywhere. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
That's all people talk about. But it's like, even if that's the case, I mean, they still have to do the work to get noticed for whatever piece of content or whatever they provided
yeah,
to the public that they made. They still did that shit. You know what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And people now are appreciating it, recognizing it. So it's like at the end of the day, I feel like if you're hating about like that, what is it? Overnight success or
Yeah, overnight success.
yeah, I feel like that's kind of like a hate
It
type of
is.
term. You know what I'm saying?
It
It's
is.
like you kind of like
Nobody's overnight
discrediting.
success.
Yeah, like you kind of
Yeah,
like discrediting everything it took for them to get to where they at. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? Because like a lot, like you said, a lot of people probably have like 1,000 videos, and they probably get like most 1,000 views. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And then it just take that one video to go viral
And
to
then that's
like
all. And
10
then it's
million, and
yeah.
then everything else just
Everything
follows.
changes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's like, bro, he done uploaded 1,000 videos,
yeah, yeah.
and then barely got views, and then his one video just went really well, and now he's
Yeah,
an overnight success
and the
because
and the thing is too is like that one video. It is not about like, oh, just that one video is the connections you're starting to make. Because then it's like, oh, that one video maybe got you interviewed by Piers Morgan.
hmm
Then Piers Morgan, like everybody saw that interview, so like, oh, I want to have him in mind. So then you go to Joe Rogan. Then you go to whoever is
yeah.
it's we go CNN, Fox. It's like, oh, this is controversial.
Shit,
This
I want to
fucking
get on freaking Mike Tyson's podcast. That'd be dope.
that'd be cool.
That'd be real
Dude,
cool.
What would it feel like for you to sit? Let's say, well, you want to meet him, right? So let's say I was Mike Tyson.
Uh-huh.
How intimidating do you think it would be to talk to this man?
Honestly,
Because I think
I
everybody
don't think
has an
it'd be
aura.
intimidating.
You don't think so?
No, because he gets high on his podcast, so it'd be dope.
Mm.
We just get high together and just
Yeah.
like chop it up. That'd be fun.
What would be a question you have for him?
I would want to talk to him because like he seems like he's battled like demons, bro. You ever
Mhm.
heard him like speak about his past?
Yeah. He's
Like
especially when he's done like what's it called? Hallucinogenics.
hallucinogens.
Hallucinogens. Yeah.
I think
To
that's
where like he said that he went in and it completely changed his
yeah.
mind
People.
of
Joe
because
Rogan
it's a,
described something
yeah,
similar to
I think it
this.
was in Joe Rogan's podcast where
Oh,
they talk
okay.
about it where they talk about like when you go into this realm, wherever it is,
Hmm.
uh, whether you think it's a spirit realm, whatever you think, whatever, because everybody says they talk to the same deities or these same beings, whether you think they're angels, demons, whatever, right? Um, they say that the thing that they're teaching you is something the whatever is afflicting you. It's almost like a psychiatrist going into your like when they hypnotize you,
Hmm.
and they're going into your subconscious and trying to figure out what's the problem. Why are you having these nightmares? Why are you having well, there's trauma there, and this is how you need to resolve it. So that's what the hallucinations are trying to like. Hey,
Like,
this is the problem
it's
that you
like
have.
spiritual therapy in a way.
Yeah,
Hmm. I don't know. I don't really like fucking with like hallucinogens and stuff like that because
I
I feel
know it
like
is kind
that's
of
chemically
scary.
altering
Yeah,
your mind. And
yeah,
like I've seen people like has experienced with stuff. I mean, experiment with stuff, and it
that'd be
like yeah, it
crazy.
took negative effect on
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they kind of like
Go
have their
crazy.
mind. Yeah, they went
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm
They're not
sure.
the
I'm
same
sure it's a
person.
fuck, bro. Cause imagine there's this guy.
It's
I
not
forget
for
his
everybody,
name.
bro. You can't just take that shit
I
anyhow.
know, and you. Well, I think you have to do it like in a safe environment. You can't just do it anywhere.
Fuck, you can't be outside doing that shit.
Um,
Traffic buzzing back and forth. Fuck that.
that is interesting though, if you think about it, how strong the mind is, right? Like there's a story. It was
Oh,
also
yeah.
on Joe Rogan's where this guy, he lived an entire, what was it 3 months? It was 3 to 6 months. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure it's between there. But he had a whole life where he talked about that he was like some kind of he lived under the ocean and there was like a community there
He
and
was high saying this?
yeah, he took some kind of hallucinogenic and he lived out a
Hmm.
life for 3 to 6 months and he was married, had children.
Wait, he was high for like 3 to 6 months?
No. He was high for like 5 minutes, maybe
Oh.
15. But in those 5 to 10 minutes, I don't remember how long it was, but it was within, let's say, an hour.
And he lived pretty
And he
much a
lived
6 month lifetime.
6 month life, like in his mind. And then once he got out, like he was like people were trying to calm him down. He was freaking out because he had
What?
to acclimatize. Like think about it, bro. Like
So he
if you
probably
come
woke
out,
up in a new conscience and
yeah,
then
yeah,
had to
yeah,
come back to reality.
to reality, and it's like, but that was real for him. How his life
Mm.
was real. So imagine to go on that and waking up and you're like, what
Where
the
am
fuck?
I?
Where am I? Did I get abducted? Like, what the fuck place is this? Imagine if right now this was a hallucination and then you get out and you're at a completely different place. You're just
Somebody's
like,
wake up.
bro, you're fucking
In a what is those
in
things?
a
A pod? In like like
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
Avatar, in
yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
pods that they open them up in?
Yeah. You're there, or even worse. Like, let's say you were in the like middle evil ages. You wake up
Oh
and you're surrounded. You're in a fucking hut,
shit.
and you have a bow and arrow. You have like one of those parkas, and you're like, where the fuck am I, bro?
That would be trippy as hell. I ain't
Can
gonna
you
lie.
imagine,
Nah, I couldn't actually because
dude?
that would be trippy as
Yeah,
hell.
bro, and
That'd make me lose my mind.
that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
that's one thing that's
I lose my shit for sure.
like how you're like I've you lived out 25 years of your life,
Yeah.
live thinking you're like I remember seeing this like there was a camera like and you know these
Everything
things
that I
and
know.
everybody is like this guy's fuck what is he talking about? He's
And then
fucking a
that's how you get
weirdo and
in a crazy. And back then,
yeah
you'll definitely end up in a crazy house. I don't
yeah
even think
bro.
they just probably kill people that are like. I think they just like publicly
It would
banish
take you.
them.
It would take you a while for you to acclimatize back to reality. If
Bro,
that was
yeah.
your reality, you know what I'm saying?
That's the power of that shit though.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you can't take that or you can't allow anybody to just like take
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
stuff because that's what it can do to people. And I don't know how much of whatever he took, but it sounds like I don't know. Did you know if he ever recovered from that?
Yeah, he did. Like that's why he
Oh,
was in the pocket. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It took him a while for him to be like, oh shit, this is the reality.
shit.
That life that I had was all fake. My kids that I had, my wife that I had,
That kind of sounds fun,
it,
like interesting, but
it's
scary.
yeah,
It's like the type of fun where it's like, man, I wonder how that feels, but I only wonder. I don't want to
yeah.
actually like try it, but
It's
I
like
do want to
entering
try
a
it.
dream that's so real that
It's like vivid as fuck.
yeah, that you remember it. Like
Yeah.
it's like part of your life.
Hmm. Would
I,
you ever be down to try some like ayahuasca?
I mean, see, I think so, but I don't know. Like you said, because it's like, it's kind of scary because it's like, you know the person that you are now, but you won't know the person that you will be after because you won't be the same.
No, you won't.
Like that, one thing you do know is you will not be the same, whether it's a benefit or a negative. You don't know. That's the question, right?
And the thing is, this is pretty like high intensity stuff. Like I think ayahuasca is like one of the strongest, like high hallucinogens. I don't know how to say that word for real.
Yeah, hallucinogenic. I don't know.
Whatever,
Whatever. You
whatever
get
the
it.
word
Yeah,
is, nigga. I don't get high like that, so who cares? It's pretty strong,
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um, and just for you personally, from somebody who goes like
I've
who's a
never done
sober
anything.
Sally,
See, that's what I'm saying.
so
Like I've
like
never done anything, so I wouldn't
that's like going
freaking.
from sober to like meth. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
full
Wow,
send,
I'm
just
good,
straight
bro.
up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
See, but to me, it's still fascinating, and that's one of the reasons why I would love, hopefully, one day get the privilege to be able to talk to someone that hasn't, like Joe Rogan, Mike Tyson, anybody, any of these people that have done it.
Yeah.
And the things that super fascinated me, and which I know we're getting a little bit off the topic, off the Tate, is, bro, history fascinates me,
History's cool.
like to the point
Bro, they
where
got high
like
as fuck back in the days, bro.
yeah, bro. Well, they used to mix these kind of stuff in wine. Like that would be like how they would drink it, and a lot of the like. So like I watch a lot of Joe Rogan, especially because I'm like super interested in that stuff. And then he had a guest on where he talks about like the biblical times could all it could have been, it could have been this mushroom that gave you that you would eat, and it would give you like vivid hallucinations.
Mushrooms are pretty strong too. Yeah,
And
you gotta try mushrooms. I feel like that's safer.
yeah, maybe. I don't
It's
know.
just food.
He said that, yeah. Just yeah. Anyways, he said that the all the stuff that they find could be like the apple that Eve ate was this red looking mushroom that has white dots, which kind of look like it looks like an apple.
Hmm.
That, cause you think about this, bro.
You think they think
Animals talk.
they
This girl
communicate
this
amongst each other?
okay, but can you talk to a snake?
No.
But a snake did talk. He
This is
talked,
biblical times.
but that's what I'm saying. Let's take it as if it was facts.
But this is
Like
biblical times.
that's
Like
what I'm
shit is
saying.
like miraculous.
You think it was
Miraculous
the,
shit
you
happened
think
back in the days.
you think that shit was real then? Like you think an animal talked to this person?
I'm not gonna lie.
Little time
I'm
back
listen
then.
to me. I'm not gonna sit here and cap and act like everything that is in the holy books sounds like it makes sense. But it don't make sense to me because
Yeah.
number one,
You're not living
I'm
in
not
that
a
era.
divine creature, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And number two, I ain't living in any miraculous times.
Yeah.
I'm living in ignorant times.
Yeah.
So our vibration, our spiritual vibration
Uh-huh.
is at an all-time low
Facts.
compared
I completely agree.
compared to back then when people were enlightened and actually like not sheep, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say that I don't 100% believe it, but then I mean, it seems crazy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like,
Yeah.
have to, bro, imagine, like you said, I think we mentioned this on a few podcasts back. Imagine, like, seeing, like, we were talking about aliens, and we were talking about angels. Like, imagine seeing, like, I walk outside now, and then, like, this spiritual divine being with wings, like Cupid, looking like Cupid, showed up in front of me. I would be mind fucked. Like, where did you even, where did you spawn from? But, like, back then, that's a normal thing. Nowadays, I wouldn't even
I
know
don't
what's
think that was a normal thing.
well, during these times, biblical times, I mean, like, I'm not saying like angels just like pop up and disappear out of nowhere, but like crazy things like people parting seas and you know what I'm saying, all type of stuff like that, bro. Like, imagine That just sounds like some movie shit to me right now. You know, like in these times, that
Yeah.
sounds like this. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? That can
I
never
don't know,
happen.
bro.
But like I said, we're at an all time low
Yeah.
as far as like our spiritual vibration. So we can't really comprehend on the same level as they would be. They probably were
But
comprehending.
even if we were at that level,
A
so
snake talking to a woman
what if she was high, bro?
is
I
crazy.
mean, it like
It's crazy.
I'm just
It's
saying. What
very
if she was
crazy.
high? Anything is possible when you're high.
But they said it was Lucifer basically like transformed himself
Mhm.
into a snake and then did it through there.
Mhm.
But devils, we've always known demons to shapeshift.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, bro. Like, there's a lot of like biblical stuff that it's not that I
it
like.
seems far fetched.
It's not far fetched. I feel like there is like scientific,
Nah, some stuff you
like
can't prove, bro.
no, well, maybe you can prove. We just don't have the technology to prove it.
How can you prove God like being there? Because that's what most people who don't
That's
believe
one thing.
atheism.
I think
That's
you.
that's the basis of it. You can't see this shit. You can't prove it. It's not there.
Yeah.
That's their whole agenda.
I feel like just because you can't prove, we don't have the technology to prove it. Just because, like, I don't know. I think
And you
that
open Pandora's box asking these type of questions, bro.
yeah,
Cause
Pandora's box is
the
wide
fuck.
open, bro. Because the like, for example, the whenever one of the like biblical texts that I can recall right now that like I can think of an explanation for maybe is when Moses was leading his people out of the Egypt,
Hmm.
and there was like a cloud supposedly that was guiding them. But what if it wasn't a cloud? What if it was like a ship or something? That because back then technically if you have a ship, right, it will create shade. Well, what else in the sky can fly and create shade? A cloud. So they wouldn't have a word for spaceship. They would have to describe it as close as they can
A
to
ship, like a ship,
yeah,
like a rocket.
like a rocket ship that could just hover.
Back then,
Well, you don't think so?
technology. I ain't gonna lie though, there
But
was
that
tech.
would be angel. Like if you that's what I'm saying, bro. Like if there was beings that have the power of flight, right? Wouldn't they be considered gods?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, yes, they have like divine power, but like
But what that's
to
from
the
what we
people, to the
saying.
common folk, it would
Yeah,
look like that's some like
magic.
God,
Imagine
yeah,
right now if somebody teleported right now, right here, boom, appeared, and then disappeared. You'd be like, what the fuck was that?
I ain't
And
gonna
you
lie.
touched them, bro. You're like, what the? Or he touched
I'd
you,
probably lose my damn mind. I'm not gonna
and
lie to
then,
you.
but all it was technology. They just had such
How
superior
you feel that
technology
shit though? Seeing is one thing.
because they're actual beings. You
How do
get
you
what I'm
use
saying?
technology to like interfere with? That's like some. That's what I'm saying. Like that makes me think about like time traveling
Hmm.
and instant transmission,
Yeah,
like on some Dragon Ball Z shit. It's like,
but it's like teleporting.
how do you actually? That
Well,
seems
like
don't seem possible. Like physically
that
possible.
happens in nature, right?
No,
Yeah,
no.
look it up. So like
Instant transmission.
photons, yeah. You know what photons are? It's like really small particles.
Yeah, photons
Photons, there you go.
and
And neutrinos and all this stuff, right?
neutrons and
So the
protons.
scientists have when they're studying it, they'll see this neutron, and they'll see it. I don't know if it's neutron. It's one
Protons and
of
neutrons.
it's some kind of
Some type of ton.
some type of ton, yeah. Because some scientists are gonna be like, no, he has it wrong.
Oh yeah, they gonna come for
Yeah, they
you.
come for me. It's fine. It's what I'm trying to say. There's a particle, right,
Yeah.
that can be here and be here at the exact same time. They don't know how. They don't know why, or it will appear here,
They've seen this under a microscope.
they'll see how whatever test they have, they could see it. They'll see it appear here, and then at the exact same moment disappear here and appear here, and then appear here. So like it's teleporting like
The exact
instantly.
same one.
Exact same one.
Maybe it's just moving fast.
Maybe it could be, but at that fast, like where it's like instant,
It's
like
like speed of light.
yeah, it's like the speed of light. It'll boom, boom, boom. It'll be like here, just jumping around, and it's like how?
And it looks. See, the thing about the speed of light is like if something moves that fast, it'll only be in one position. But because our eyes aren't quick enough to keep up, it looks like it's in multiple.
But they have
Different.
instruments that like can like the minute, but maybe it's moving that fast to where it's like even faster, because supposedly nothing can move at the speed of light, right?
Yeah, except for light.
But a black hole sucks in light. So
Hmm.
it's something is sucking in light. If light was faster than that black hole, why is it getting sucked in?
I
And
don't
at the
know,
same time,
bro.
what is a black hole, bro? Like so, like a black hole is a star that has exploded, became a supernova, and created a similarity.
Isn't
It
that those
is
have
it.
vacuum, right?
Hmm?
Those have vacuum, right? They just.
Well, space is a
Oh
vacuum.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
It's an open ass vacuum.
yeah. So, but like the how they say it is like imagine space as this table, and if you have something heavy, it'll sink down into it, like right, and then it'll create that whatever that's sucking it in like a tornado.
Hmm.
But is once that star explodes, is it still a solid? Is it a still a sphere?
If it exploded, then it's probably
Yeah,
indifferent.
but like it's a black hole, right? Like it's something so massive, like Earth has its own gravitational pull because of it bends the space time. Like the sun even spins it even worse. Like that's why light can be distorted. Light can go around certain like I know this got very like scientific and
Yeah,
shit,
I was gonna say, look
but
where we at right
yeah,
now.
I can't explain it. Like if you in my limited words, well, anyways, so would a black hole would just be a really heavy sphere object that we can't see. Maybe it's still light, but we can't see it because it has such gravitational pull that it's sunk. But that doesn't make sense to me because
Hmm.
that only works if it's a sheet and it's flat. But how does that work whenever it's expanding everywhere?
That's like open space.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not flat. It's not two dimensional.
I've seen a two-dimensional representation of what you're talking about right
You know
now.
what I'm talking about?
That's because I've seen that shit. It's like a flat plane and something drops in the middle and then something protrudes from the
Yeah,
bottom like
yes.
this. You're just like, yeah. I know exactly what
But
you're
how does
talking
that
about.
work in a three dimensional?
I
You
don't
know
know.
what I mean?
I
Because
do.
it's like it's a hole, but like where is it?
I don't know.
Like
So
it can't fall down because there is no up or
there
down
is
or
no, yeah.
sideways
It's
in
just
space.
open.
It's just space.
Hmm.
So it's like right now, if I drop something, it's in space is supposed to float, but how is it creating a hole? In
I don't
what?
know.
I don't know. That's to me. That's the
That
part
shit
that's
makes me
like
think of Spot
spot.
from Spider Man.
I don't know which one. The cartoon.
The new one.
Which one?
Spot.
Oh, Spock.
Spot.
What the heck is Spot?
The guy with the black dot or is it dot? You
Is
haven't
it the
seen the
cartoon?
latest Spider Man one? The newest one, the newest cartoon.
No, I haven't seen it.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
The one with Miles Morales?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just have
Everybody's
it.
seen it.
Not me.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? The one that came out this year.
I haven't seen it.
That's weird. What the fuck? Like, you ain't seen Spider Man like dead ass?
Yeah, deadass.
I don't want to ruin it for you, man.
Ruin
God
it, bro.
damn.
Ruin it.
Are you not gonna watch it?
Yeah, I'll watch it, but I don't care.
Okay,
I'm
well-
not the type of person that's like, oh my god, he ruined it for me.
I mean, I don't
So
like spoilers.
spoiler alerts for people that
Okay,
haven't
well.
watched it.
It's just I'm not gonna say too much, but all I'm gonna say is like there's a guy, a new villain in there. His name is Spot. I think he's some type of like chemistry lab or some type of science student, and he's in a lab mixing kind of like who did this? That's kind of like how most villains are made. They're like in a lab. There's some
They're
nerd.
just scientists
Yeah,
that
scientists
want to
that
discover
make a
something.
mistake.
Yeah,
Kind of like how Morbius, you know.
yeah.
You see Morbius, right?
Mm.
Oh my goodness. I
The,
don't
the
wanna ruin that
vampire
for you.
guy.
The vampire guy.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so pretty much he was like sick, a
Yeah.
sickly child. I think he could walk and stuff. He was like
Yeah.
disabled, and then but he's really smart. I'm not gonna tell the whole thing, but
Yeah.
pretty much he finds a cure to his condition,
problem, yeah.
but it's like a blessing and a curse because it turns him into
vampire.
Dracula, a vampire
Yeah.
guy, and he has a bloodlust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he becomes like a superhuman, so like superhuman strength, whatever. But Spot pretty much same thing, but he has like a spot like a black hole, so like he can just like pop up in different places. So he's called Spot, and he's like literally just black and white spots all over, and he can like just
So how do you defeat that?
I don't know, but I'm just saying like that's what you're describing as like black holes and open space reminds me of that because he's literally just a black hole in like open space and he just like
See, that's
pops
why,
up
like,
and goes
like I
around.
said, one day I really
You
hope.
gotta watch it to see.
I really hope I'll watch it. But one day I really hope that we can talk to these super intelligent people
Oh,
that
yeah,
will
for
be
real.
able to maybe like Elon
Make
Musk
it make
or
sense to me,
yeah,
a little
or
better.
like explain it a little better that I would be able to understand because I have so many questions just of like of theories of like how does this work,
But
or
even
just
then,
stuff like
bro,
that.
like
Like
there's only so much you can learn from like a
I
book,
love
bro.
learning, bro. That's one thing. Like I'm fascinated by like
No. Learning is dope.
yeah, yeah. Some people
I
don't like
encourage.
it.
I mean, you gotta learn. I mean, even if you don't want to learn, like we learn by default as
Yeah, yeah.
human beings. Like,
Whether you want to or not.
yeah, literally, like subconsciously you're learning right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just going through your day, you're learning. You might not feel it, you might not know it, but we kind of are. Um, but I'm just saying, like, there's only so much. Like, even those people probably know
Yeah,
about
yeah,
what's
yeah.
really, really true
Yeah, yeah.
because like they
Yeah.
ain't been out there to
Yeah, yeah,
experience
yeah.
it. It's just what they've studied
Exactly.
over
What
like
you can
yeah a period
and
of research
yeah,
of
yeah.
over an X amount of years, or
And
throughout their
even that
college
might be
career.
completely wrong.
And it's still theory, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. It's not laws, it's
Somebody
theory.
else's
Yeah.
theory that's been probably proven a little more true or a little more false or whatever. That's been debated on for so many years, and they're trying to debunk it or like
Shoot, space might not even exist, bro. We might just be in a
that's
whole
a whole nother
dome and
story for a whole nother day.
yeah.
But
But see, that's the type of stuff that like I'm super fascinated about, and it's like
that's type of
you,
those are
you
really Pandora's box
so
type
I was driving back
topics.
right from my hometown yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Why is it that if the moon, right? Okay, so I have a question. You know when the any picture that they have of the moon landing, right? The how big is the Earth, right, compared to the moon? It's supposed to be like this is the Earth and here's the moon. My finger is the moon, right? Why is it that when they took pictures of Elon or not Elon, what's his name, Armstrong or whatever, what was his
Neil
name?
Armstrong
Neil
or Lance
Armstrong.
Armstrong, one of
Yeah,
them.
one of them. They took pictures of Earth. Why does the Earth look like the same size as the moon?
All that shit's fake, bro.
That's what I'm saying,
I
bro.
definitely know that
That,
shit's
that
fake,
that's
bro.
weird,
For
right?
sure,
Like
for sure.
they completely like that thing was is supposed to look massive, like
I,
compared to like the Earth is this big, and the moon is probably like not this far. How the hell is it?
that's the closest
How
thing
does
to
it
us
look?
than anything else, right?
Huh?
That's
Yeah.
the closest thing to
Yeah,
us than
yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, yeah. So like how the hell is it how does the earth look the exact same size as the moon when we see it? And actually it looks smaller than the moon because whenever we see it it's so much larger. And second, why does the moon change size? Like when I like last night I was driving, we were coming back, right? Like around 12, and the moon looked red, huge as fuck.
Yeah, that was like
Like
the last 2 nights. It's been like
huge.
really, really
But
orange.
as it gets higher as it gets higher, it gets whiter and smaller.
Maybe
Why?
because as far as like the color shifting, I want to say that's based off the sun.
Okay. But why does it get smaller?
The size, nah, that's something I can't really
And
tell you.
sometimes I'm not talking about it's like freaking massive, and then
Yeah,
it ends up like small as fuck.
I don't know.
It's like
Maybe it depends on their position or where you are, but then not really. You know,
yeah, because it
it's not like
starts
the
here and it
distance
just ends
changes.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
not like
like
the distance changed. Pretty. It's not like you're getting any closer or further.
yeah. I mean, not like drastically. Like you would have to be like thousands or hundreds of thousands of miles difference for it to be like this big and then end up being this small.
But that's what I'm saying. Like even bro, everybody on the planet, everywhere around, sees the moon
And
and
the sun does that too, though.
The sun,
Sometimes
yeah.
it's like super massive, and then sometimes it's super small.
I want to maybe clouds. I don't know.
No, but even when it's like usually
it's, like,
when
clear skies?
yeah, clear skies. Like especially like there's some sunsets, it looks super massive, and other
Yes.
times it looks really small.
Really small.
And the same sunset, like clear skies.
Hmm.
Like why? What? Like the sun isn't like.
Are you trying to say they're like, so we are in a dome and they are?
I don't know,
changing
bro.
the sun?
That's what. That's all the questions I have. Like,
Nah,
I'm just
I
trying to
don't
ask,
know.
bro.
I can't-
What's the reasoning behind that?
I
You know
can't
what
say
I mean?
why, but I don't. I really don't want to believe that we're in a dome. I don't think we're in a
Why?
dome.
But imagine if we were. Imagine if we were in a dome and there's more like the spacecrafts that we see aren't coming from space, are coming from the other side of the eyes.
That's what I'm saying. I've had this discussion many times with a guy that like actually takes like a lot of like hallucinogens and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And at first I was
Let me
like,
talk to a
this
guy
is
that don't
high
have
talk.
hallucinations.
Yeah, I'm like, this
You
is
know?
high talk. This nigga just been doing too much drugs, but you haven't done any. You're just actually curious.
Yeah, I'm super.
It makes
curious,
me
bro.
curious too because.
But
Wow,
it's
I
not
wasn't
but-
discrediting his
Yeah, yeah,
claims or
yeah,
his
yeah.
like curiosity. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
seemed like that's a little far fetched, bro. Like, how much
Yeah,
of this
yeah.
shit have you done? You know what I mean? But
Are you high right now?
yeah, like, are you high right now telling me
Yeah.
this? But like, shit, man, you're not the only other person that said this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, no, it's just like from observations. Like how, like explain to me how the hell can it be that small and then go to that large. And both and it's not just like the moon, is the sun has done it does it too.
Yeah.
And secondly, is like the moon, all the moon shit,
And
like
and the stars. Sometimes you can see stars a lot more clear than other times. But then that might be like 'cause city lights.
No,
You know what I
that
mean?
for sure. Yeah, that's it. Like for
Right.
example, I've been to when I went to college, we would go camping in the mountains
The lights, the stars are bright.
bro. I'm talking about the Milky Way. You can see
Oh
it.
damn.
Like
That's
it's
It's beautiful,
It's
huh?
crazy, bro. The first time I saw it, I didn't think it was real. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like I wanted to take picture, but I had a freaking a flip phone. Back when I was that was the Razor. You remember the Razor?
Yeah, that was
Well,
like
that's
the
what I
iPhone.
had. Yeah.
That used to be the iPhone.
Yeah. So that's all I had, and trying to take a picture of that, bro. You can't get
Yeah,
nothing.
no. Damn.
So,
I'd
but-
be the Razor. You know it's crazy how they like bring flip phones back full circle and they like flip touchscreen phones now, like the
Yeah.
Samsung Z Flip
Yeah.
and shit like that. It's really cool to see that. Everything
Yeah.
all comes back around, I guess.
Yeah. Just
Full
better.
circle. Just better, I guess.
I'm waiting for wherever it pops up and you can be like,
Bro, yeah, like they got me though. Back in like 20, I want to say 14. I remember when Samsung, you know their Samsung
I think they have a watch
Galaxy,
that you
the
put
Galaxy
it,
line.
and then you can put it on your skin.
Really?
Yeah, they have it to
Some
where it's
holographic
like,
shit.
Yeah,
and it's
holographic,
actually
and then-
interactive. You
yeah.
can use it.
Huh?
I don't know, but they showed some shit like that. But then it was like some YouTube render like video. You know how they do those like about phones before they come out and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was a Galaxy S. I want to say 12 or 13 or 14 at the time, and they had it like where it's kind of like sitting like this, and then it's like a little stand, and then like,
Oh, I think
and then
I've
it'd be
seen
like
it.
like a holographic keyboard on the table.
Oh, I think I saw it. Yeah,
But
yeah.
that shit just wasn't that,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It got me. I was like, bro, hell yeah. So I got
Yeah.
the phone and so disappointed.
Oh, it wasn't
Yeah,
that?
Fuck no. Bro, we not that advanced. We don't even got that shit now.
You can't sue for false advertisement?
I mean, but that's a YouTube rendering video. That's probably somebody that made that shit. Me
I got
thinking that's
you.
how the phone. I thought that was a real like ad for it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Like, no.
Cause I remember seeing that. I remember seeing
can't do
that.
that
Like
shit.
it was like flip and you can just like
Yeah.
like dude, so convenient. Like you don't
Super.
gotta. Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh hell yeah, bro, we made it. Like,
Yeah,
damn,
yeah.
technology is going up.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like 10 years later, which is probably around this time now.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we'd have some cool shit, but here we are, still with
I don't know, bro. I
iPhones
think
and
we'll get there pretty soon.
3 cameras that we don't fucking need.
No, we need it.
I don't see. I mean, they look
Bro,
dope. I don't see.
I'm telling you, if you're a photographer, videographer, you need those cameras.
Really?
Yeah, they make a difference.
No, I'm not saying it's not effective, but like,
Actually, we need 4 cameras.
you
know?
think so?
Mhm.
That's gonna be OD. It's 4 cameras. I don't know. This is more shit to break on, in my opinion.
This is like cars, more technology, more
Yeah,
shit to break.
That's true. When you put it into cars, and it kind of changes everything. It's
Yeah, like
you
one of
need
the things
all
that I think is like super necessary in cars is like the lane assist, so like where it tells you that there's a vehicle in your blind spot.
That's
So
good.
That's helpful as hell.
That's good
bro.
as hell. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't like the lane assist where it's like the drivability one. I guess you
No,
can turn it on and off.
yeah.
where,
I don't
it
like
kinda,
that where
drives
like
for you.
yeah.
And it moves the steering. I hate that shit because like sometimes I'll try to like lane change. Like when I have my rental, I would try to like change lanes
And
I
they'll
had that
pull
shit
you
on,
back?
and they'll pull me back, or like the car would like brake automatically because it thinks you're about to like wreck, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And that's almost gotten me in a wreck.
I think Toyotas have that. Like,
And
really
Hondas.
Yeah.
I
See,
don't-
Nissan has it, but it'll just vibrate.
Oh, it won't brake for you?
It won't break.
Bro,
it won't
this
break
shit broke
or
the car
or
for me. And I was like, am I tripping?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on with the car? Bro, that shit scared me. And I was like, this
That's something I
goddamn-
didn't like. I like Nissan's take on that one because it just vibrates. Like if you're switching lane, it just like tells you like, hey, you're vibrating. Like you're falling asleep. It'll shake the steering wheel, but it doesn't. The Toyota physically moves the steering wheel. It's like boom,
That's
and
dangerous,
then like
bro.
yeah,
I don't
because
like
if you're
that.
like imagine if you're doing that because you're trying to avoid a
In
car.
a split decision moment.
And, yeah, and then it's like, oh no, bitch, go into it.
You're
Boom.
in that bitch.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That
That's
shit
something
dangerous.
that's yeah. It's like a safety / like hazardous too.
Nah,
So
they got to work on that right there because that's going to cause a lot of people.
some accidents. Well, guys, if you enjoyed the podcast and have stayed this long, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. And with that, guys, we're gonna let y'all go. Peace out.